If your composition is flat or stagnant, it just won't grab somebody's interest that you want it to do. So there's the grid that Lauren was talking about. And you see how the subject matter is kind of placed in different portions of that grid. And it just gives it a little bit of snap. It just makes it much stronger than if the photographer had put the bow of that ship right in the center. It just doesn't, sometimes that composition works, but usually it's better to take it off the center. Again, just see where those grid lines fall and what the photographer did. What's interesting about this one is that horizon line, or not the horizon line, but the shoreline, is pretty much dead center, right? But then the photographer took the architectural pieces off onto one of the thirds, so it gives it some interest. That's just kind of, that's a little dead center to me. That's a little bit stagnant, but it's still, there's some grids, there's some interesting lines, giving you some layering, which is also a really good thing to do in images, rather than that starts to get, when you can give the reader the impression that there's depth instead of there just being boom. It's not a painting, you know, it's not just one flat two-dimensional thing, it's three-dimensional. That's a really good thing for your photographs. That's just kind of fun. We've got rule of thirds going on here. We've got depth built in, and using depth of field, which is a little bit tough with this Markov, but can be done. Once again, this is really classic rule of thirds. I mean, that main subject is boom, right in on that left grid, and then you've got all the depth built in with the other soldiers. In this, there, you know, it's not really rule of thirds so much, but it's definitely using different lines, using those geometric lines that really help define a photograph, and then you've got the main subject off. Not just, that's in the right hand third. Kind of rule of thirds in, well, yeah, with the whole grid. And a little bit of depth built in. And compositionally not so good, but it's hard to go wrong with the airplane.